Hello traders, this is a live trade recap. We took 3 trades this morning with SOPA. You can see the orders right down here. We're going to go over everything that happened in those trades. These were trades number 9, 10, and 11 of the Webull Top Gainers, actually just Webull Top Gainers trading plan. Almost said small caps there. So this is a recap. I just didn't feel up to talking over the entire trade video today, but you could see all my orders. You could see the account value. It's going to all add up at the end. We're going to go over the statistics, everything like that. But let me know, what do you prefer? Because at least with these recaps, I can make the videos a lot more kind of compact and compress a lot of information into a shorter period of time. I know in general, live trading videos are preferred, but you know my style of trading. Those videos can get very long, and I don't like to edit them because I don't want you to think that I'm doing something off camera or whatever. So anyway, let's go over the video for today. So you can see this is the video from this morning, and this is right at the market open. I'm just opening up my calculator at this point, and I've got my top gainers screener on the charts page as always, and looking for stocks to trade. So marking out a level of resistance that I want to see broken. Oh, we're already into the first trade. It happened pretty quick. So our first trade, actually first, second, and third trade were all with SOPA, because part of this trading plan, part of this strategy is that you stick with one ticker symbol per day, because we've done a lot of testing, not back testing, real forward testing, trading with real money with the small cap sector and the mid cap sector. And we found over time that the probability of the second entry working out is much higher than the first. And the third entry, I don't really want to say yet because we don't have quite enough data, but it looks like it's at least higher than the first. So that's why we're sticking with the first ticker symbol that we trade. We just stay with that ticker symbol, and we don't just jump around trying to figure out, oh, well, maybe this one's going to run or this one's going to run if our trade fails. That's just a dangerous habit to get into, because you could end up very easily breaking your plan. Because once you start trading a ticker symbol, you're going to want to take more trades on it, thinking, well, maybe I just got shaken out on this trade and let me try another entry. And before you know it, you've over traded, and you guys know the rest of that story. So anyway, here we go into SOPA. This thing has already triggered a trade. It hasn't triggered a trade at this point, but it's already getting ready to trigger a trade before I even got my line level of resistance out. But it's basically the high of pre-market, and that was already broken on the very first candle. So that's why I'm getting ready to get in on a trade on this. Let me just fast forward a little bit to see if we can. Yeah, so there's that level of resistance that I want to see broken, and obviously you can see it was broken. So now I'm just waiting for a 1-minute candle to make a new high. I'm watching the price bubble. I have my fingers on my hotkeys. I use Control-Z to trigger these trades, and it automatically throws out a bracket order. I have it set up to do so. If you have any questions about that, let me know in the comment section below. So high of this candle is 283, so I'm looking for 284 or more. You could see as soon as I see 284 or more, I hit my hotkeys, I get 285. Now I'm just going to the big chart so that we could see it more clearly. So you could see that SOPA ran up big in the pre-market. Other than this level of resistance, we're not doing any technical analysis on these trades. If you have been watching my videos for a while, you know with the small cap test, which we took over 100 trades with, there was a ton of criteria, all based on price action and technical analysis in order to take our trades, right? And the hope was that using all of that stuff would increase the probability of the trades working out. Well, after 100 trades, with trading with a 3R profit target, the system was only up 15 times the risk after 100 trades. So, I mean, it was profitable, and that's great, but it was extremely difficult to trade with all of those criteria, and the reward wasn't really that great. You made 15 times your risk at the end of 100 or something trades that took many, many months to actually take those trades. And I just know that 99% of traders are not going to be interested in kind of working that hard to make such a small amount. So the whole point of this top gainers screener test is that we want to come up with a much easier plan that's hopefully as profitable, if not more profitable, than the small cap trading plan was. So we're not going to go too crazy into having all of this criteria to be met, because it really didn't make much difference. You know, we had all this criteria met that said, okay, this stock should be strong, and then we still got stopped out on 3 trades or whatever, and we only ended up profitable 15 times the risk. The break-even win rate was 25%, and our win rate after the 100 and something trades was like 28 or 29%, something like that. So you could see that even having all that criteria, it just didn't really make a difference. So and we did that a couple times. We did that in the small cap test as well. Mid cap test. So anyway, we're in trade number 1 here. You could see what's been going on. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. So it's breaking out a little bit there. It hits 3, and then this is where it finds resistance and pulls back down. We're only trading to a 3R profit target. That's all we're interested right now. We're tracking other profit targets from 2R all the way up to 10R. And at the end of this test, we will decide which profit target is the best. But during our small cap and mid cap test, we found that, well, with the small caps, that 3R was profitable, 2R was not profitable. And I wasn't tracking the 4R and 5R profit target there. That was one thing that I said I was going to do in the future, and that's what we're doing right now. So anyway, that's where we are. This is trade number 1. Let's fast forward. We're going to get stopped out. Let me just show you that in real time. So my stop loss is set at 269. Let's see if it shows you where we got filled. It just says that our limit order was canceled. And it doesn't show you where we got filled, but you could see that on the accounts page at the beginning of the video. I don't think we got any slippage on any single trade on the way down on those stops. We got filled exactly where the stop loss was. I'll show you the spreadsheet at the end where I tracked all the details. So here's trade number 2. Let me just show you me triggering it in real time. Let me back it up a little bit and see what we were looking for. So the high of this candle is 264, so I'm looking for 265 or better. So let's watch the price bubble. There we go. Actually, I'm looking for anything above 264, I should say. With these stocks that are under $5, they move in increments of tenths of a cent. So anything over the previous candle, that was where my trigger was, and that's what we did. And we got filled at 264, stop loss at 258, using my XR calculator to calculate the profit target. Set the profit target, and then the trade is done as far as I'm concerned. I just let everything play out. So let's fast forward here. And then we get stopped out again. So we could take up to 3 trades per day. The interesting thing, if you've been watching these videos, you know that yesterday I had a max loss day as well. We took 3 trades and they all got stopped out. And today we're on trade number 2. We got stopped out. Let's see what happens on trade number 3. So again, I'll just show you, just in case you're curious, I'll show you the entry live, or without fast forwarding. There we go, 258. I think the high of this candle was 257. Let me just go back to that just to make sure. Yeah, 257. So again, I was looking for anything above that. I got 258.5. Stop loss at 251. There's my profit target, 3R profit target. That's all we're interested in. We don't care if it goes up to 1R, 2R, or anything in between. And actually on this one, it did go to 2R just for a second. Let me just look at that live, because there's a chance that if it wasn't at that 274 long enough, we may have not even got filled at 2R. Let's just watch the price bubble, see if does it even ever display 274. It doesn't. It looks like it doesn't. So anyway, I recorded that the 2R trade worked on this one, but it's really debatable. It looks like it's very unlikely that we would have gotten filled on the 2R. So I think I'm going to change that just so that our statistics are a little bit more realistic. Obviously, if our 2R target was 274 and it went to 275 or something, then we could say for sure that 2R trade worked out. But you saw here live on the price bubble that it barely hit that level. So I'm going to change that on the spreadsheet just to be a little bit more accurate. Let's fast forward and we just watch the rest of trade number 3. I'm only allowed to take 3 trades. That's written in the trading plan, and that way, it keeps my my red days a little bit smaller than if I just kept trading and say the stock kept going against me, which I think is what happened here on SOPA. So anyway, it's just to keep you from over trading, and if you're on trade number 3 and it fails, then there's a good chance that the next one's going to fail. At least in my experience, that's not something I've tracked with real hard data, but that's something, you know, to say with any authority, you really have to forward test and track it. So here's our spreadsheet. And just so you see the account and the trading P&L, so we lost $960 on all 3 of those trades today. So we're still profitable with this trading plan, even though we've had 2 days in a row of max losses. So let's see, we were at 28.84 before yesterday, and then after yesterday we were down to 22.24, and then after today we lost a pretty big chunk of that. We're down to 12.63, but this is still so early in this trading plan, it really doesn't mean anything yet. And that's the difficulty that new traders have, is they have a couple days like this and they think, okay, this plan doesn't work, I just need to do something else, I need to try something else, this isn't working. And it may not be working, but we're not going to know that until we take enough trades. And by enough trades, I mean 100 trades. You have to really be disciplined enough to do that. So let's switch that 2R to a -1, because I seriously doubt we would have gotten filled on that trade. So here you can see where I'm tracking all of the different profit targets. And when we scroll down, you can see the total P&L so far, 1263, so still profitable. And right now, 2R and 3R are tied. But I seriously, I have serious doubts that that's not going to change, basically. I think the 3R is going to overtake the 2R pretty quickly eventually, and the 2R will just be left in the dust. That's what we've seen in the past with all our other trading plans. And you can see here, if we go out to, let's see, the 3, 4, 5, 6R is up 3 times the risk, and the 7R profit target up 5 times the risk, 8R profit target up 7 times the risk, the 9R profit target, 2 trades so far went to 9R, and that plan is up, or that target is up 9 times the risk. And then this is 10R is down 11R, so no stocks have gone up to 10R. So anyway, the total P&L curve is right here, and you could see, our first trade was negative. We lost money on the first trade, and we went up to a high of 28.84, and now we're pulling back here at 12.63. But we really need to just stay strong and disciplined and keep trading the same plan every single day, and we may see this curve head back up, but you just have to watch and find out. So far, we've grown this portion of the account. You can see my trading account is a little bit over $1,000, but I'm only allocating $600 for this trading plan. That's it. That's what we started with, and then I'm only using 10% of the total account every single day. So it's the equivalent of starting with $600 and kind of doing something similar. Obviously, the percent would be different. But anyway, just trying to kind of show you guys, because I'm tracking 2 different plans with this account. I'm tracking this top gainer screener plan, and I'm also tracking the SPXL day trading plan. So that's everything. And also just want to show you my percentages for the entries. These numbers aren't that meaningful yet because there hasn't been enough trading, but out of our 5 first entries, they work 20% of the time. Let me see, that doesn't make sense. I think I need to update these numbers because we've already taken like 11 trades, so that doesn't make a lot of sense, I don't think. Oh, you know what it is? It's because I think when the trades worked out. So anyway, I'll have to go over those after I'm done with this video, but we are tracking the percentage, the probability basically of these entries working out. So you can see that none of our third entries have worked yet, but we've only taken like 2 third entries, right? 1, 2, that's it. Everything else, this one, the second trade worked, this one, the second trade worked, and here the first entry worked. So anyway, that's it. That's where we are for now. I think that I think these numbers are correct. I was just adding up the total trades. All right, so that's everything for now. The main message that I always want to send with all of my videos is that you should go into every single trade with a plan. Stick to that plan no matter what. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit target, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.